got the glutes, I got the calves, I got the abs. I got the glutes, I got the calves, I got the abs. It's time to get lit, it's time to get fit. Let's meal prep and get it in, get it in. Transformation freedom and innermost heaven. Let's hit the gym and get fit, get fit.
Well, hello. It is Tina with him Rich by Tina here to help you get your whole life together as I'm getting mine. Good morning, Damon. Wasn't feeling well yesterday, and so I had to, you know, take care of me. As they say, you cannot pour from an empty cup, and if you not well, then you can't be well for other people. And so said, you know what, you better lay right here, drink you some water, get a little hydration, because I realized for the past couple of days I hadn't been getting any hydration, and so that's what I needed to do. Good morning, Mother McKnight. So good to see you. Thank you for those who reached out and said a little prayer for you, girl. And so yes, we are here, and we're back like we never left. And so we're super excited. We're still in these series, we're still in not letting this flesh rule, and we're smashing the spirit of idolatry. Good morning, Mother Loretta. So glad to see you. I saw y'all got on yesterday morning, and I woke up and wasn't feeling good. Room was spinning, and I said, okay, you better lay in this bed and drink your water, get yourself together, get your electrolytes up, do all the things you need to do before you go stepping out trying to do something and get up and exercise and be in here in the floor. And then Brother Blackman getting woke up because I'm in here done feeling here and all those good things. So I'm learning to do just that. Follow my body, do some wisdom, do some checks. Have anybody been getting their water in? Good morning, Mother Deborah. Mother Deborah, I'm having a confession for the soul. For the last couple of days, I have not been drinking my water. Therefore, yesterday morning, woke up in the room was a spinning. And I said, okay. Good morning, Dr. LaJune. So good to see you again. We got our workout this morning. And so we're moving, y'all. We still in that movement mode. We have now been moving and making a commitment now. We're on day 25, whether we work out all 25, but we've had the mindset to get up and move the body, get some juice in the joints. And so we're still talking about the works of the flesh and how we're going to crucify the flesh. And so we have to know what certain things are, so we can make sure we are aligning ourselves with what God's saying and what he's doing in our lives. And so idolatry, you're like, so what is it? What tell me about it. I mean, I need to know. So if I find myself, good morning, Keisha, so good to see you. If I find myself slipping and dipping in this, I want to make sure that I know that if I'm gonna bear good fruit, and y'all, I gotta get my cup. Well, I'll have it tomorrow. Shout out to Eileen. She makes the cutest little baskets, and I have not bust mine down because I wanted to show y'all, and then I want to show y'all my cup. I'm not for sure. Mr. Blackman, can you look on the table and bring me that it's a cup that's like in a little basket in a little plastic container. Y'all, I got this. I got good morning, Teresa. So good to see you. I got to show y'all this. because it was the cutest little thing. And I said, Eileen, you done just helped me knock out a few gifts for people. Because it was the cutest little thing. And we had our we had our Friendsgiving with our Bible study group last Thursday, and we all bought it. You bring little gifts. I know y'all saw the stuff on TikTok, and come through the side over here, because if you come through that door, it'll catch you on camera. But and so it was the cutest little thing. You haven't bust yours down either. Me either. But I said I'm gonna start drinking my morning. I'm that when I come on here and we gonna talk about y'all will see whenever he bring it, we'll just we'll we I'll put it on in there because um he probably trying to find it, but it's on the kitchen table. It's a cup. It's a in a container. It's like a little clear plastic thing. It's all together. It's got a cup and little stuff in it. It's in a box. So it's in a package, so it's not loose. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm back. So and it just blessed my soul. So idolatry, like, man, can I be honest? Can I be transparent with y'all? Yes, Galatians 5:24 said, listen, he said, and they that are Christ have crucified the flesh and the affections and the lust. So when I'm gonna tell you about this idolatry, because it messed me up, y'all. It messed me up because I'm I'm um I'm trying to thank you, babe. I'm trying to yeah, let me pause right here. Is this not the cutest little thing? And do y'all see what the cup say? The cup say stay rooted. Is this not the cutest little thing? And Eileen died. She's in our thing. Um, if somebody I'm a somebody tag her in there, Eileen. And this is the cutest little thing, and she gave us all each one. And mine say, "Stay rooted." And y'all know we be rooted in Christ. So that thing blessed my heart, and I wanted to show you guys. So she make these. This is what. So if you looking for somewhere to make a gift for somebody, isn't this a cute little gift? Wouldn't you like to receive something like this? Isn't this cute? So I shout out to Eileen, and she got some cute little stuff and some little trinkets in here, and it blessed our heart. I don't want to bust it down because it's so cute, but I'm gonna take a picture so I can always have it and let everybody know. Look at check out Eileen, okay? Because this right here is it. Damon all up in my message over there. But so when I start thinking and looking about idolatry is when anything, and I was a little guilty for some of this, and I hope some of y'all this free y'all like it freed me. Anything or anyone that takes the place. Ooh, I'm guilty. Takes the place in your heart that belongs to God alone. It's not just bound out. You know how they were always doing something. The children is always building some golden calf and doing all these statues and worshiping all these other false gods, all these other things. It's beyond the statues, y'all. It's important that we must trust and give God our all and don't put nothing, nobody, no one, no thing in front of them. And so it's when you decide that, and this could be, ooh, y'all, I'm this could be some relationships, meaning you could put your husband, your wife, your mom, your daddy, and children, and those of us that have I'ma lean in, and those grandchildren, somebody had to come and get us about our grands. Okay, so our own comfort, like some people could just desire to be at home. She said, yes, hint, hint. Yeah, listen. Good morning, Mother Shirley. So good to see you. It in Exodus 20:3 says it's so good. Thou shalt have no other God before me. Now that's the KJV. Okay. So let me because y'all know I didn't charge up. I got 5011 electronic devices, but guess what? I didn't charge them. So let me go. I got switch screens. You must not have any other God except me. Okay. Let's see what the Gen Z says. Okay. It says just like this, don't put any other gods before me. Period. Period. That's that. As they say, that's it. That's all. So when we start thinking about what am I putting before God? Is it this relationship? Because see, some of y'all, let me tell you, some of y'all, when he break your heart or she break your heart, y'all all in love. So y'all ain't thinking about God. Okay? As Isaiah 42:8 says, I am the Lord, that is my name, my glory I will not give to another, neither will I give praise to graven images. And so some people say, well, I'm not worshiping the statue. I'm not worshiping the gold. I'm not doing this. But that their man, that their woman, and some of us, we find religion once our hearts are broken. Then we want to serve God. Then we want to call on God. But call on God when you first get him. Good morning, Crystal. So good to see you. Call on him. Some of us worshiping our status, our titles, what we have, social media, money, attention, validation, our own desires, money, because that goes back with your status and what you think is important. So I mean, I'm breaking it all the way down to the lowest common denomination because I don't want us. It could be y'all self-worship, you know, pride. It's got to be your way, be in control. I said, "Ooh, God, help me," because I have control issues. I like to be in charge, like I do. I don't necessarily like to be in charge as much as no, I do. Let me go on this. Yeah, I do. I can follow people. I will. But if it look like it's getting a little chaotic and it look somewhere, it helps me. It help me. That's because it's like, oh God, if we do this, and this will make this a little bit better. But I be have to say, okay, Tina, step back. It's not your program. You know, is anybody else guilty? You go somewhere and you like, ooh, if they do bop, 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 and it be on the tip of your tongue, to come in at, baby, can you do this? And so when I go to things and we go to function, that my daughter always say, now, mama, this is not your program. So however it goes, it goes. And you can't, you got to have a little patience. That sometimes a little chaos, a little something. But boy, it sometimes it can be difficult. Is there anybody else that sometimes that they just feel like they got to put their little hands in it because if I can make it go a little bit smoother, I can do blah 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 blah, and I have to sit back and say, okay, did you are a guest, and it's hard. So sometimes I have been places and I've been just the guest. Now, if they ask for my help, okay, now you didn't ask me. But if they don't, I'm learning to just stay in my lane and not do what they say, unsolicited help. And then number one, when you do that, it saves you. So when we start thinking about this, idolatry comes in when we elevate anything above God. And that's where Exodus 20:3 says, it says, we have to stop letting other things, situations get in front of God. Sometimes that heartbreak and that devastation really was for your protection. But sometimes, can I just be blunt and honest? Sometimes you too crazy and too stupid to see it. I ain't know no other way to say it. I've been stupid and crazy before. Knew he wasn't no good for me, but baby, I wanted him every all bit out of the toxicity. And sometimes it's relationships and friendships and things. It's not just sexual things. Sometimes people think about, but yeah, it can be that, but it can be some of that other stuff too. That it don't mean no good, toxic, but you love it, you won't let go of it. What is it? I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. Like, if you already know this ain't coming out good. And so we have to ask God. You have to ask, you got to, if God asks you to give something up in your heart, and you say, yeah, I'm not gonna give you that. Well, maybe that might be something you are worshiping, and it may be an idol. And sometimes the things that you worship and making an idol, you draw attacks to that situation, or to that person, or to the issue, and then you wondering, why am I dealing with what I'm dealing with? Well, maybe you made it an idol and didn't realize. So that's why I want us to really break down some things. Damon got it right here. He says pride is one thing that God hates. That's Proverbs 6:17. So if you got a prideful heart, baby, he ain't studying you. You might as well go on. You might as well go ahead on. You might as well go ahead on and sit on down at the table, honey. Because he ain't studying you. And so when we think about it, idols always demand sacrifices. And it never give you life. You say, what? What you talking about, Willis? Let's go over to Jonah 2:8 and see what it says. Because Jonah 2 say, people who worship useless idols give up their loyalty to you. Mm, 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 mm. And we have to start thinking about this stuff. Like, y'all, I wouldn't have never thought about sometimes your job. I mean, it's the little foxes. The little foxes spoil the vine, y'all. It's the little bitty things, that it's not that big stuff. Like, people think, okay, yeah, we was deep in the fornication and adultery, and doing all these things and all this other stuff. We get good in those things. Lasciviousness, all those things that gets us into, that might end us into some kind of sexual something. But it's not just that, y'all. We have to think about, what are we really turning to? And so when you think about it, Jonah 2:8 says it like this: if you were obsessed with fake things, you totally missing out on the love and the grace that's meant for you. Sometimes you're so busy chasing all that, you not the one thing that's for you, that's right over here, that you don't want nothing to do with, because you got your mind set on something else. And sometimes we think, um, nah, that ain't for me. Blah blah this. The very person and the very thing that you've been shunning might be the very thing you need. Me and Teresa say it all the time. I could be your missing thing, but because I don't look like, or I'm not what you think I should be, you don't want fool with me. But I'm what you need. But then, but you won't know that, because you already done sized me up. Could it be that you got your hopes and stuff on things that ain't even what God got for you? Could it be? Some of y'all could have already done passed your husband and a wife 5 or 6 times, but she ain't, what is it, 36, 26, 36? She ain't that brick house. She ain't got that body that you think. Or he ain't got them 6-pack. True story. True story. I had a friend. she really misjudged someone, missed out on the opportunity because she was caught up in the looks, caught up in the thing. Okay, he said, oh, he said his grandma preached. Oh, my grandma heard Jonah 29 preach on Sunday. Okay. Listen, we have to make sure that our foundation is secure, and it's secure in the things of God. So when we start thinking about the works of the flesh and we start talking about idolatry, we have every idol takes something from your peace, your purity, your time, your purpose, and sometimes your destiny. Because you so all tripped up in this, and people sacrifice some things just to for approval. Sometimes we people please, we do all kinds of stuff, and sometimes it's contrary to the will of the Lord. Anybody been guilty? Anybody? Is it making sense? I just want to know. Is it making sense? Y'all put some fire in the chat if it's making sense. If it ain't, hey, I understand. Maybe it'll make sense to someone else, but is it making sense, y'all? Or is y'all thinking? Because y'all awfully quiet this morning. Okay. All right. They said, oh, yes, and yes, it's making sense, it's hitting, it's doing all it's doing. Okay. I just needed to know if it was if it was if this is deep, it ain't one of them a feel good messages and things. Because when we start talking about this flesh is unruly. You cannot, it is nowhere near wanting to give up all of what is wanting to give it. The flesh like what is flesh like. You know, you like what you like, and you like what you're doing and who you're doing it with, and all those types of things. And when stuff hits you and make you want to that make you have to stop, pause, and think. I don't know about y'all, but it bams me up. I mean, I'm sitting here laughing at what, but honey, this I be like, OMG, Lord, I didn't know. It's like, Lord, I thank you. Look, she okay, it's making sense. Okay. I just needed to know. Good morning, my days, and good morning, Mother Dorothy. Yeah, this thing right here, this walk with Christ, it is a sacrifice in some areas, and you're gonna have to give up some things and leave some people to really, it said, take up my bed and follow me. You have to think about the disciples. They was all doing what they were doing in their own right when he called every last one of them. They stopped what they knew, what was familiar, to follow Christ. Are we willing to do that? Are we willing to give up some things? Because when we think about um how the idols and the things that's demanded in our life, is gonna always make you give up something. And so when you give up something and you give up things to be comfortable, or you sacrifice the obedience for pleasure, baby, it ain't worth it. And then you wonder why you haven't gotten to the place where God got you. Could it be? Y'all, this thing messed me up. I'm not saying this to y'all that then because it bammed me all the way up. Could it be you done got some things and some people and some stuff that you putting in front of him, that you worshiping more than him? And a lot of people, I have to work. Yeah, you do. But you also have, you know what? If I got to work on Sunday, can I come in at 1 o'clock? I'm not saying I ain't gonna work. I prefer not to work on Sunday, but if you're gonna have me come in here, well, can I come in at 1? Because I want to go to the house of God and worship. Sometimes you have to make a sacrifice, and you have to let people know this is what's important to me. I know you want me to get this production out here, and I know you want me to do these things, but You know what? Wednesday night is my Bible study. And if I could take a day off or if I can take something, can I go to Bible study? And a lot of people scream online, well, at least can I tune in and have my headset on? Since you got me up in here. Sometimes it's just a matter of a conversation to say, God, I want to make you right here in the forefront. And if something is making me, and I'm leaning in, as Bishop Pierce would say, lean in, saints. I'm leaning in because if this is jeopardizing who you were meant to be, is it worth it? Is it worth it? I'll never forget the time, it was right before Easter. We had a major situation with a provider. And some stuff went down that wasn't supposed to went down. And my boss was like, at the time, because it's not my current boss, well, don't really say, hold up. Now, this is what I can promise you. I just won't pick up the phone and say blah, 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 blah. But if they ask me, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you that now. I'm not going to lie. And y'all know one of my favorite places is the beach. And I like to take all my cares and cast my cares and take it to the water. Right? And it was right before Good Friday. And I went down there and I took it. She said, well, when you go, can you put this situation? Can you cast it and take it to the water? Can you? And I did. And I cast it right there. And I said, now, Lord, you know, and I know what I'm not going to do is lie. And if they ask me, I'm going to tell them. But I'm not going to just go out there. I'm not going to rat her out. You know, I ain't no rat. But if I'm asked, I'm not going to lie. Period. That's it. That's all. And so the opportunity came. And so next thing you know, the Holy Ghost convicted her because she was right before she was getting ready to take communion, you know, Good Friday. Some people have those services on Good Friday. And she got convicted. So she had to tell her boss that she knew we had that she was wrong and what they had did was wrong, had nothing to do with me. But now here we are with somebody with some license that should have never got them and all of that. And she had to come clean, y'all. So it's sometimes it's a matter of you got to take a stance. Yes. Sister Chris, we have to. And we got to ask God to give us the words, give us the creativity, because guess what? You need your job. I'm not coming in that now. Now, what you ain't going to do is go back and say, Top Flight told you to go in there and tell your boss off, because I did not. But there's a way you can get in there and you can get to hear, you can get the ear of your boss. And your boss is your boss, and your boss can be the boss and can be something. But we are on these people's jobs, and we do have to surrender to those who have rule and authority over us, and that's on these jobs. But then you have to say, now, Lord, touch her mind, touch his mind, because what I'm not going to do is be abused. I know I need a job, but you cannot handle me any kind of way. So we have to begin to ask God, and then we have to begin to surrender. Like God will break every idol if you surrender it to it. And let me tell you what 1 John 5:21 says. And and then we're gonna get on out of here. Dear children, keep yourself from false gods. Okay. And now let's see what the Gen Z said. Because let me tell you, the job, no, we need them, and that's why all these things. And you know, I pray for those that had to go to work. Now they're having a really battle if they're gonna pay them. Now the people doesn't work. Now if you ain't hit a lick in a black snake, then okay, I can see not retro paying you back. But those jokers went to work. Those people went to work diligently. So, 1 John 5:21 says this. Hey fam, make sure you stay away from idols. Okay, I meaning come on. Let's not get tripped up. Because guess what? Think of your heart as the throne room, and something sits on that throne. So it's either God or something else. And so God is never going to force you to put him first. Never. He never. He's a gentleman. He said, okay, here I am. Choose you this day. They already, it's a choice. I'm gonna give you free will. I'm not gonna hover over you. I'm not gonna be a dictator over you. I'm giving you free will. So, what are we gonna do? Because we like to leave. I like to leave you with something. I know this was a lot because I'm telling you, bam me all the way up. I mean, we have to really take a look at where we spending all our time at, and sometimes guilty because where I hangs out at. On this social media, and I can start 1 hour, and next thing I know, 5.5 to 6 hours later, I done been strolling, cackling, hee and hawing, looking at stuff, strolling on social media. Now it started out innocent. I'm looking for some recipes and some exercises. See how he get you? I start out. You did run well. Who? Was it the tickety talk? Was it the Instagram? Or, some of us say, I don't do social media, but you're on YouTube. Come on here. Or you watching the Hallmark channel. I mean, and when I think about that 5 hours, at least one of them, like he told him, can you at least pray for 1 hour? At least one of the 5 hours I could have got up and read this word. Like, he's really, really would say, be very intentional. And so we have to start thinking about, how does idolatry show up sometimes in our heart? When we don't obey God, we do what we want to do. We compromise our values. We don't have no fear of nothing or anything that would displease God. We don't ever say, I need more of God. I need more money. I need more time off. I need more this. I ain't never heard nobody say, I'm going to be honest. Oh, girl, I just need more of the Lord and the Holy Spirit to work on me. Somebody probably would look at you like, oh, she one of them. She trying to be deep. No. Sometimes you have to make sure that we do what we're supposed to do. So I want you to ask yourself, what have I allowed to become more important than God? Only you know this. And write one habit that you want to surrender today. It could be a habit. She said, I'm guilty with Facebook. Listen, I be between Facebook. Don't let me have all my devices, my Daisy. Because I'm on TikTok, YouTube, and the Instagram. So yes, what are we allowing to be more important to God? Yeah, this one, no one of them ones. This one hit. This one hit where it hit. And as my former pastor, Pastor Wilson, used to say, if the shoe fit, grow out of it. That's the problem. We've been wearing it too long. Just grow right on out of it. So what are you going to surrender? Is it that a habit, a relationship, a desire, a pattern, a mindset? Like some of us is stuck in a mindset that is not pleasing to God. Is it a pattern of behavior? You do good today, you up and down, you wave and tossing to and from. You like should have tossed to and fro. What is it going to be? My God. As Damon said it right here. First things first. This one, the disciples, he said, listen, could ye not watch for 1 hour? Can we not just give him one more hour? Y'all remember we went on that hour thing when we gave God, we went in and spent some time. Maybe it's time to to get back to it, because some of us didn't. Well, I know I didn't. Oh, I need just a little more Jesus. That one to keep me along the way. The is it Mary or one of the Mary, one of them? I don't know if it's both of them together. But I need just a little more Jesus. Yes, yes. So comment: God comes first in my life, and every idol must fall. If that's what's going to be your declaration today, go. I dare you to go on and make a declaration about it. Because guess what? Our affirmation is God is first in my life, and every idol must fall. I dare you. I dare you put that on your story. Like, if you about that life, God is first in my life, and every idol must fall. Go ahead on and do it. Tag me in it. If you about it, put it in your stories. Because see, your stories, people see that. We making a declaration. We letting everybody know we're rooted in Christ. We're following him. And so I ain't gonna tell y'all to do nothing I ain't gonna do. I'm gonna do it too. And they're gonna say, what? Yes, I am. I'm laying down, I'm laying aside every weight. It's not sometimes it's not the sin, it's the weight sometimes. I think it's Hebrews 12. Damon, get me right. Is it Hebrews 12:1 or 12 and something? Lay aside every weight and every sin that so easily beset us. It's not just the sin. It's the weights. It's the idols. It's the things. It's the little stuff that's tripping us up, y'all. And if we're going to be rooted in Christ and we're going to follow Jesus, we got to do this thing first things first. And it ain't easy. And it ain't always what it's cracked up to be. But one thing I know, and we got to go because we got 7 minutes. One thing I know, if God be for you, who? And when you put him first and make him a priority, baby, everything that you can think about or want will fall in line. And I'm telling you, I'm not telling you nothing I know, because when I put him to the test, he said, try me. Come on. When we do these things, when we cast our cares upon him and we make him first, y'all, I got to go because I'm about to get revved back up, and this time to slow it. Come on down. Cause we got to get we we done been reignited, restored, recovered, restoration, and all the refresh, restart, reset, and all those 3 words that we dealing with over there in the sister circle. We gotta start putting and applying all this stuff that we get. I'm telling you, I'm fired up this morning. Okay, you said Rev Penny, she preached. Okay, so listen, y'all, we got to go. So y'all, I see y'all around on the corner. And remember, be about it. God is first in my life, and every idol must fall. That's our affirmation. And put in that God comes first, and every idol must fall. And when you start saying that, and you start declaring that, any and everything that's calling itself to trying to keep you and keep you from the will of the Lord, it'll begin to dismiss itself. You ain't even got to give them their papers. They ain't gonna be able to stand it. Because the Bible says, how can 2 walk together unless they agree? And when you start going in another direction, and when you start allowing the Holy Spirit to lead and guide you, the other stuff that ain't trying to do that, it's going to fall off because it's going to be uncomfortable. Oh, that's okay. Look, going back on the replay over there on the YouTube. Sure, good. So glad to see. But yes, we have to remember, and then so you might lose some relationships. And yes, it may hurt, and it may sting you at first, but it just trust, in the sweet by and by, you'll see God is up to something. He protecting you. Because anything that ain't trying to go into the will of the Lord, you don't want it. Because it's a bunch of headache. I'm telling you, take it from me. Me that I'm lottie-dottie with everybody. And trust me, as I'm learning to go with God, some of this other stuff that I thought I needed and wanted, he said, let it go. And so there are some things and people that, I'm not mad with them. We see each other, we laugh, we cut up, but it's just, we in a different phase of life. And it be like that sometimes. Because I mean to make it to heaven. And I don't want to have any of those things in my heart that's pulling me away from him. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all in the morning. And remember, God is first. And every idol must follow.
Baby, now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside.